Okay, so Brittany and I are doing the best bar slash pub food in the area. I chose Kouri's Pub in Peoria. I will be talking about the wings, bone in and bone out, the Texas toothpicks, I'll explain what those are, and the onion rings. um, First, for the wings, the bone in wings can be described as fall off the bone good, which I know is kind of cliche because a lot of places describe their wings like that, but it really is like that. You take one bite and the rest of it almost like melts off of the bone, and it's very, very juicy. It's very flavorful. It's not any dry meat, which I hate dry meat, or it's also not very, very dark meat. It's really white meat. And now for the bone in or for the boneless wings, these ones are crispy. They're crispy, considering there's no bone in them. But it's not very chalky, as I would describe it, because I've had wings that are like overly fried and it's really chalky on the outside and it leaves a really dry mouth and all that. Um, but it's very crispy, very crunchy, but it's not dry. It's not overly fried at all, which I personally love. Um, I always got barbecue sauce because the barbecue sauce there, I wish I could tell you like what barbecue they use, if it's a personal um, recipe that they have, or if they use someone else's or anything like that. I assume it'd be personally made, but anyway, it's not too bitter. A lot of barbecue sauces I've had are really bitter and kind of make me like not like the wing as much. But this one is like a really good middle between tangy and sweet. I absolutely love it. The barbecue is so good there. Um, Next, for the Texas toothpicks, these are fried, like chopped fried onions and sliced fried peppers, green and red. Um, I do not believe they use yellow. I believe it's just green and red. Um, and the way that they cook them is they thinly slice. Well, not very thinly, but they thinly slice the onion, and it's like onion strips instead of an onion ring. Excuse me. And it really like puts a different almost puts a different flavor on it, because then since it's just a strip, it's like a little looser and they fry it just enough to where it's not fully covered like an onion ring. And um, same with the peppers. It's not fully fried. It's not fully covered fried. And the peppers, almost when they're fried, they become a little bit more tangy and more flavorful. And I really, really like them, especially when they're just dipped in ketchup. So I absolutely love them, and they're never overcooked. Every single time I've gone, they've never been overcooked, and they're really good. Next is the onion rings. Obviously, a lot of places have onion rings, but there are two places that I love onion rings, and it is my cousin's pizza place and Kouri's Pub, and I don't really get any onion rings anywhere else. Um, but these onion rings are like the perfect amount of crispy to where when you take a bite of it, it doesn't like the onion doesn't like slip out, and then you're just left with a ring of fried whatever. Um, so every time you take a bite, the onion will stay in there. The onion flavor is really good, really, really good. They're a bit thicker than usual than ones that I've gotten in the past from places. They're a little bit thicker, but I like them a little bit thicker because then that means I'm not just getting a completely fried taste in my mouth. I'm actually tasting the onion and enjoying it a little bit. But that this also has never been overcooked. I've been to places to where they overcook their onions, and then it's just really too crispy on the outside, maybe a little bit too dark, and then that kind of ruins the onion flavor, in my opinion. Um, so I like this type of a little crispy, but not too much and not overcooked. Nice, good rings, perfectly golden, and the onions don't ever slip out, which is really convenient, and it leaves the rest of the onion ring really, really tasty. Thank you.